KTN News.
Back to education, Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha has once again directed school principals to admit all students joining Form 1, whether they have all the stipulated school fees or not. Speaking at Nyeri High School, Magoha further warned secondary schools against forcing parents to buy school uniform and other items from specific shops and outlets, and instead demanded that parents be given freedom to buy school items from anywhere. He made the remarks on a day that Form 1s were admitted to schools. Shadrach Miti is on that beat.
Parents and their daughters arrived at the Kenya High School as early as 5 in the morning, with School Chief Principal Flora Mulatia indicating that some students arrived at the school a day earlier, ready for Form 1 admissions.
In comparison to private schools, this is fairly well. Highly subsidized. Private schools, people are paying up to 500,000. Here we are paying 45,000.
Our capacity, we are 7 streams. We are expecting to admit 400, and we are ready.
And while parents and guardians were happy, the school management could be facing the urgent need of expanding its infrastructure.
Not only do we need classrooms, we also need teachers' quarters. We've just finished a string of teachers' accommodation down there. We also need dormitories. We are actually up to the point with dormitories. Don't even know where we are going to house the incoming students.
The challenge of limited facilities is not just unique to the Kenya High. Speaking in Nyeri, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha highlighted the government's commitment to improve school infrastructure in order to manage the ever-increasing student population.
We have now constructed close to 6,000 classrooms waiting for next year. Would it be a criminal offense for the children to use them before the next year arrives?
Ahead of Form 1 admissions, the country was treated to news of schools sending long list of requirements, with parents questioning the relevance of some of the items. But at the Kenya High School, parents were only required to come with what is necessary.
And so when you find that you are putting so many things that can keep the child at home, as long as the child has arrived at school, don't send any child back home.
The Kenya High Chief Principal says the school is run on a long-standing culture that allows incoming students to use items used by former students, a situation she says saves parents the extra burden of spending on shopping.
We provide most of the things. This school, it's a 1910. It has a European culture. So most of the items that the girls are using, they are the ones that are being used by other girls. So we have minimized. Actually, we are not asking anything. As you can see, we don't have slashers. As you can see, there are at least not many things, no brooms, apart from just a bucket for washing their clothes.
However, in Western Kenya, parents stand in many schools without school fees or all the required materials, forcing many principals to seek scholarships and sponsorships for some students.
There's a girl that came in today, didn't have anything, and was brought in by the grandmother. I could not turn her away because of the marks she was having, 320 marks. So I opted that I put her on scholarship.
It would appear day 1 of Form 1 admissions had unique experiences to specific schools. At Meru School, Chief Principal Lawrence Karaoke had to deal with a unique situation of students arriving without fees, but had hopes that a sponsor would come through for them.
We have some of our parents who are coming without anything, and they are telling us they have been told to report to school that they are going to be sponsored with no letter, no nothing. But fortunately, we are just accepting them in, hoping that whoever is saying that they are going to sponsor them are going to do.
Shadrach Miti, KTN News.
KEMSA is this morning launching an ultra-modern